Jordan Peterson, clinical psychologist, author, and professor at the University of Toronto, teaches us in this video the power of delayed gratification that has been proven to significantly reduce procrastination in our lives. This concept was created by Walter Mischel in the 1960s and is now popularized as the marshmallow experiment and has proven to be necessary practice for a drastic increase in productivity. With the many new distractions that are increasingly available for us, our brain has become accustomed to this constant dopamine feeling that affects our brain to do all the tasks over a longer period of time. In this video, you will learn how to get out of the instant gratification trap we all face and thus 10 times your productivity. Creating a vision. To combat the many temptations of instant dopamine that your brain is so searching for, you need vision. A vision is so powerful that it itself is able to alert your brain to the bad choices that lead us to this dopamine addiction. Because you have a specific vision or a goal in mind, and the only thing your life depends on is that goal, your brain is programmed to make decisions that will benefit progress towards that goal. So take a paper and a pencil and write down your vision that you want to accomplish so much and hang it in a place where you can see it every time you wake up in the morning to remember that goal and therefore align your day in achieving this goal. This is intended to remind you every time you wake up, you have a reason to achieve something in order to progress towards your goal.
The way that you have to overcome that is to generate a vision that justifies your life in some way that you deeply believe, because otherwise procrastination and instant gratification are going to rule you.
1. Without a vision, it is easier to fall into the trap of instant gratification because you have no reason to detach yourself from the dopamine effect obtained in many of our daily actions. So, help yourself with vision and goals to combat instant gratification and dopamine, and you will undoubtedly increase your productivity. Set yourself goals that justify sacrificing. Goals can also be a source of motivation that pushes you away from daily procrastination. Goals look like your vision, but in short term. For an example, you set a goal to go to the gym at least 4 times this week. It is naturally less demotivating and more achievable than to set goals to lose 30 kilograms by the end of the year. It is also important for this reason that 90% of the resolutions of the new year do not come true. Setting realistic short-term goals to achieve long-term vision is a great way to achieve these resolutions and thus increase productivity level.
What is it that you would have to have in order to commit to something in the long run? What kind of vision of the future would justify sacrifices for you?
With this practice, I personally advise to integrate the 80-20 Pareto law, which mentions that with the 80% of the actions we do on a regular basis, it corresponds to 20% of our results, and that 20% of our actions correspond to 80% of our result. So we should focus on the 20% of our actions which corresponds to 80% of our results. For an example, to lose the weight, the 20% of actions that are making the 80% of the results are going to the gym, eating healthy, or running, which directly impacts the result. On the other hand, the 80% of the actions that make 20% of the results are the search for hours to a perfect program or the search for the best healthy recipes. In short, you understand the logic. Focusing on the 20% of the actions that makes 80% of the results is also a practice that will drastically increase your productivity level. Before moving on to the last point of this video, I would like to remind you that you can subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any other videos on these subjects like finance and personal development. Thanks to the people who will do it. And now, back to the video. Do it for the long term. Be honest with yourself. What is best for your future? Consume this constant dose of dopamine and instant gratification that only rewards you for up to 5 minutes, or delaying the gratification and actually to do the work necessary to achieve your goals. Despite everything, it is you who have the control of your actions every day of your life, and it is you who decides if you will put your energy for the short term with the trap of instant gratification and this feeling of dopamine, and you will put your energy for the long term delayed gratification.
I had to make a choice. It was either continue the fun or do this thing that I really believed was more worthwhile.
As Jordan Peterson explains, he preferred to stop his party and fun lifestyle when he was young to focus on achieving his goal and long-term vision, which worked very well when we look at what this person has become. Deep work. Now that you have the mindset to achieve your vision, now is the time to take action. The most effective way to disconnect yourself from the world and focus 100% on your work and vision is the deep work method. This method consists of planning a period of at least 3 to 4 hours of constant work during the day and putting out any distractions that would interfere with your work. So, plan a time of a day that every day from such hour to such hour, you will be able to work without external distractions on your goals and on your vision. Block all the apps on your phone at this time of the day, and I guarantee you that these 4 intense hours of work are worth as much as the 8 to 10 hours as a normal person who is distracted every 30 minutes. Because after a distraction, our brain takes 15 minutes to completely refocus on the task we are doing. This is also why we're taking breaks after a 15-minute work hour. For an example, it is like taking a 30-minute break every hour because of the time our brain takes to refocus. Half of our working session time is lost when we take a 15-minute break every hour. So plan a period on the day of intense work without distraction, and your productivity during this period will certainly increase, and after this session, you can do what you want. This is one way to increase productivity with one small change. Productivity is really something that many are looking for, not only to increase their amount of production, but also to get a life that they will be proud of. Thank you for staying in the video so far, and now on the screen is a video that could potentially interest you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you won't miss any of the channel's upcoming videos. Thanks again, and see you in a future video.